Hello, hi. Hi guys, welcome to this Facebook live show called Ask Me Any Stocks, guys. And if you can see, I think I see some comments already. I think some of you are placing your stocks there. But first of all, guys, if you can see and if you can hear me, just type a one in the chat. Type a one in the chat so that I know that you guys are here and you can see and hear me. Okay, I think I see some of you coming aboard. Yes, this is live. This is happening right now. Hi. Uh, okay, we have hi Hin, hi Bennett. I think you're asking about some stocks. Okay, one. Awesome. Okay, good. Welcome, Sally. Hi. Okay, good. Hi, William. Good to see you here. Sally, hi. Singpost. I think some of you are placing your stocks here already. Kian Boon, you're saying is Costco date. You're asking about Olam's. Lynette, good to see you here. Hi, Shane's. Awesome, guys. So I'll try to keep it as engaging as possible. All right. So later we'll do a live poll. And for those of you who have just joined us, welcome to this Facebook live show called Ask Me Any Stocks, right? And it's pretty much where I will go ahead to analyze the stocks that you guys, right? Not me, you guys asking about, all right? So don't place your stocks here because you can see that there are so many stocks. I think, Victor, you're asking about Singtel. We have Wilmar. Anthony, you're asking about OCBC and DBS. So I see a lot of 111, all right? So I'll try to place your comments right here. Hi, SIA Engineering. Stanley asking about Thai bearish. So not to worry, guys. Later we'll do a live poll, all right, of some of the stocks that you guys are asking about, all right, and that's where you can place your stocks in there, all right. I'll show you guys where to do it in a moment, all right. But I think pretty much some of you are placing your stocks. So, guys, if you want to find out, I mean, some of the top stocks, that you guys are asking about, and make sure you stay all the way to the end as well, because that's where, after going through the stocks that you guys are asking about, I will also review one stock that I like as well, all right, that you guys probably want to put it in your watch list as well, all right? So make sure you stay all the way to the end, all right, if you want to find out this bonus stock that I'd like to share with you, all right? Okay, good. So, yes, okay, so I think I see a lot of you. Hi, Edmund, Sabrina, Cynthia, good to see you here. iFast, okay, good. Okay, so let's move on right now. So just a quick disclaimer, guys, whatever that's shared today pretty much is for education purpose only. So please do your own due diligence, all right? The standard disclaimer we have to share, okay? And here's what you need to do right now to participate in the live poll, right? So as I say, there will be a live poll whereby you can let me know the stocks that you are asking about, all right? So I see some of you are typing the stocks here. Hi, Ching Lian, Maple Tree, OCBC, Capital DC, REIT, Cynthia. All right, so don't type your stocks here because it will get lost. All right, so do a live poll, and what you want to do is go to this website right now, www.slido.com, right? Slido.com, and you can key in the code AMAS06, right? In fact, just let me place the link in the chat right now. I've placed the link in the chat. Go ahead to click on the link as well, all right, and go to slido.com, right? Go to slido.com, and that's where you can take part in the live poll, right? In fact, we are doing like a live poll right now. Let me just show you guys what I'm saying, all right, right now, right? So go to slido.com, stock code, the code will be AMAS06, right? This is what you can see right here. So this is, guys, so in one word, how would you describe the stock market for you this month? Yeah, so go ahead to let me know what is one word that describe the stock market for you this month. All right, and to take part in the live poll, guys, I've placed the link already. All right, I've placed the link there in the chat. Click on it, or you can go to slido.com. Code is AMAS06, and that is pretty much where you can ask your stocks in a bit. All right, okay, so I think, yeah, this is live, guys. So you can see a lot of people are asking killer, volatile, rebounding. I think some of you are typing your stocks here as well. Okay, yeah. So in one word, guys, let me know how was the stock market for you over the past few weeks. Let me know in the Slido app right now. Let me know. Okay, volatile, bearish, rebounding, bloodbath. So guys, this is live, roller coaster, choppy. Okay. Awesome. All right. Yeah. So this is pretty much what's happening right now, guys. For those of you who have just joined us, welcome to this Facebook live show called Ask Me Any Stocks. And this is pretty much where I will be going through the stocks that you guys are asking about. So not to worry, guys. Later, I will show you guys where you can ask about your stocks. And then we'll do a live poll. If a lot of people are asking about those stocks, then that is where we'll try to cover as many stocks as possible, maybe about 5 or maybe 10 stocks, and we're looking at this Singapore stock market in this live show. I think in previous session we covered one time the US market, but now it's back to the Singapore market. All right, so the market has been quite volatile. How many of you want me to just do a quick market outlook of where we are right now? Just in the comments, guys, just type market in the chat below if you want me to do a quick overview of the market, some of the factors that have been affecting the market. Let me know. Type market in the chat below. All right, type market in the chat. Let me know. Okay, good. Market. Thank you. Crystal, hi. Good to see you here. Market, Lynette, market. Chinchao, good to see you here. Market. Okay, so I'll just do a quick overview of what has happened in the market because, a lot have happened over the past few weeks. So let me just do a quick overview of the market before we move on to the stocks that you guys are asking about, right? So for those of you who have just joined us, this is where you can ask your stocks later, all right? And go to stido.com. Code is AMAS06, right? AMAS06, all right? So, sorry. Let me just go ahead to show you this right now, all right? In terms of the STI. So this is the STI, the Singapore Straits Times Index. And I think some of you are asking about the market. So why not just let me do a quick overview of what has happened over the past few weeks, right? So this is the STI here, trading about 3,225. So you can see that, since like the beginning of the year, it's been rather choppy, right? This is like 2022. We started to see a good push up in December, and the banks were pretty much leading the way, the DBS, UOB, and OCBC pushing higher. And we kind of hit a high of around 3,450, right? That is pretty much the resistance that we are seeing for the entire market, all right? And that's where we've touched like about 2 times. And you can see right here, this is where we touched like 2 times, a bearish candle right here, a second top, right? So it's like first top, second top, what we call like a double top, and we come like push down from this 3,450, right? So that is pretty much the resistance for the entire Singapore market, all right? But we have not been doing that bad, I would say, compared to like the US. I mean, US has been pretty much just coming down and down. There are some signs of a downtrend, all right? But for the Singapore market, you can see that the longer term trend still looks quite intact. Look at this red line, the 100 days moving average, and also the blue line, all right, which is the 200 days moving average, just both pointing up. You can see right now red is above the blue, so longer term trend I would say still quite intact. But of course the short term, we did see some profit taking, right? We kind of broke this level right here, the 3,300, which also coincides with the 100 days moving average line right here. You can see right here, right? So that's where we broke down the 3,003, and you can see we are pretty much back to that 3,002, right? 3,002, 3,120. You can see this where we rebounded from in March, right? So I think all of you would know that, in like January and February, we saw the market selling off due to talks about rate hikes, and the market started to sell off. And we had the first rate hike that happened in March by the Fed introduced or implemented this 0.25% rate hikes, and the market started to actually rebound right from there, right? But we rebounded all the way to 3,450. And we came back down again. And the reason is because right now, there are talks about more aggressive rate hikes, and the Fed have kind of like, implemented the second rate hike of like 0.5% just about 2 weeks back, right? And the market, like, it's kind of like expecting that it might, the Fed might actually introduce more aggressive rate hikes going forward, maybe in June as well, all right? And, people are like kind of like concerned about the Fed's ability to manage or control inflation that is still remaining at a high number. So it's kind of like a very, very fine balance that the Fed needs to do, because right now I think all of you would know about this R word that have came out over the past few weeks, and this R word is about recession, and that's where the market started to sell, because if the Fed were to hike rates too fast, that's where it will derail the entire economic recovery after COVID, all right? And when that happens, that's where it could be a potential recession. But at the same time, if they don't hike rates, inflation will still remains high, all right? And that's not a good thing, all right? And that's why it's a fine balance. So I think right now the numbers to really focus on would be the CPI, the Consumer Price Index number, all right, whereby if it's not kind of like dip a little bit, that would be a good thing. It shows that, the Fed has kind of like implemented 2 rate hikes and it's kind of like working. That would be a good thing. But if inflation is still high, CPI number goes up, then not really a good thing, because that's where the Fed might actually, act further to hike rates, and, the economy might be affected as well. All right, so that's pretty much the factor that's been affecting the market. And this is where we are right now for STI. You can see we are pretty much back above that 3,002, right? You can see this is pretty much where the 200 days moving average is. And in March, we kind of rebounded from there. Same thing, we are here right now. So I think that, we are seeing some form of bargain hunting happening right now around the 3,002 just like what we have seen in March. And in fact, over the past next few days, I would say if we can hold above 3,002, all right, it might be a good thing, right? It might be a good thing, and that's where hopefully we can see some good buying pressure coming back above 3,002 all the way to maybe that 3,300 level again, right? So that's pretty much the range for now. I think if you can hold above 3,002, that would be a good thing. All right, so this is the STI, just a very quick outlook of the market, what has happened. And guys, if you're still here, guys, type a 2 in the chat if you are still following me. I think we have like more than almost like more than 150 of you on board. For those of you who have just joined us, welcome to this Facebook live show called Ask Me Any Stocks. And we haven't come to that yet, but this is where you will be able to ask me stocks that you guys are asking about. All right, I'll try to cover as many as possible. All right, so make sure you stick around. All right, and at the end as well, after going through the stocks that you guys are asking, I myself will be revealing to you a stock that I like, right? That is pretty much my watch list that you might want to put it in your watch list as well for tomorrow, for the next few days. I leave it to you, all right? But make sure you stay all the way to the end if you want to know what is this stock that I like to share with you, right? But first off, let's go on to talk about the stocks that you guys are asking about, all right? Okay, so I see a few names coming up. We have a Burnett, hi to Tony, Susila, good to see you here, Kelvin, Jolene, Irene, Victor, hi, 222, awesome, guys. So yes, we have Suchai, Bentley, Cheryl, Victor, awesome. Okay, good. So let's go on to the Slido, which is pretty much where you can ask your stocks, right? As I turn on the poll, let me just go to push this right now. All right. So go to slido.com for those of you who have just joined us. Okay, let me just go ahead to do this right now. Go to slido.com. So www.slido.com. The code is AMAS06. All right. Let me just place the link again for you guys right here. All right. So let me just place the link and you can simply click on the link. Right. So let me know, guys, what are 3 Singapore stocks that you want to be covered today? So enter, guys, one stock, one line, so that we can do kind of like a tally of the stocks, right? So let me know in the poll, right? Let me know in the poll right now. I've placed the link right there in the chat. You can simply click on it and take part in this live poll happening right now, right? So just 2 minutes, guys, 2 minutes. Let me know what are 3, right? What are 3 Singapore stocks that you would like to be covered, right? One stock, one line. One stock, one line. Go ahead. Let me know in the slido.com live poll. All right, so yes, guys, this is happening live. You can see that we are pretty much it's like changing right now, and this is like what we are seeing, like first resources. I think a lot of you are asking about first resources. Wilmar is one of them. We have DBS coming up. We have Sembcorp Industry coming up. Set Services. So guys, this is changing. We have like more than 50 of you on board already. All right, and yes, there's about a few more minutes, guys. A few more minutes. Let me know what are 3 stocks. What are 3 stocks that you want to be covered in this live poll happening right now? Right now. Let me know. Okay, yes, for those of you who are just typing your stocks in the chat, go ahead to slido.com. Stock code is AMAS06, all right? Or you can simply click on the link that I just placed in the chat, and you can take part in the live poll and type in the stocks that you want to be covered. So it seems like we have first resources, Golden Energy, Frencken, iFast, Geo Energy is changing right now, DBS is coming up. Okay, good. All right, just a few more minutes, guys. Few more minutes, all right? So we'll try to find time to cover as many as possible, all right? Go ahead to just type the name of the stocks that you want covered. One stock, one line, and submit it. Okay, guys, good. So, guys, I would appreciate if you can give me a like and share, all right? Give me a like and share. For those of you who have just joined us, welcome to this Facebook live show called Ask Me Any Stocks. And you can see right now, you guys are kind of like typing in the stocks that you guys want to be covered, all right? But would it be okay if you guys just hit the like and share button? Hit the like and share button right now so we can reach out to more people. More people will be able to take part in the poll, all right? Hit the like. Thank you, guys. I think I'm not too sure whether you guys can see this right now, but there are many like heart shapes floating up. So go ahead to hit the likes and the share button, right? Hit the share button so that you will not miss this video, and you can find on your profile as well. And you can find this video easily as well. So go ahead to share it, all right? And we can reach out to more people. Hit the like and share. Thank you so much, guys. So I think you guys are hitting the like and share. Thank you so much. Awesome. Okay, so just 30 more seconds, guys. It seems like Geo Energy is coming up, sets as well, Wilmar, Sembcorp Industry. So let me just write it down right now before I stop the poll, and we'll kind of look at the top 5 to 10 stocks that you guys are asking about, all right? And then we'll go through it right now, and make sure you stay all the way to the end, guys, because as I say, at the end, that's where I'll review one stock that you guys want to put in your watch list as well, all right? Okay, good. So let me just do a pause right now. Okay, so these are pretty much the stuff that you guys are asking about. Let me just write it down. We have Geo Energy. We have Wilmar, Geo Energy. We have First Resources. Okay, good. And we have DBS, right? DBS is coming up next. We have, let me just see, right? We have a SETS coming up as well, SETS. So these are pretty much Singapore stocks, guys. And let me just go to see, we have, let me just see, let's take a look. Sembcorp Industry as well. Okay, so right now, guys, I've written down the Geo Energy, Wilmar, First Resources, DBS, SETS, Sembcorp Industry. Let me take a look as well. We have, yeah, guys, so this is live. You can see it's happening right now, and it's always changing. We have like DairyFarm. I think some of you are asking about DairyFarm as well. All right, DairyFarm. We have SIA. All right, SIA is coming up as well. Okay, let me just see, right? It's just changing. Okay, good. So let me just pause it right now, guys. Let me just pause it right now. And okay, let me just stop the poll. Okay, let me just get back to the chart right now. So we have pretty much covered the STI, where I've given you guys a quick market outlook on the factors affecting the market. All right, and let me just go to write down some of those stocks that you guys are pretty much asking about. All right, let me just see. All right, so we have like Wilmar, Geo Energy, Wilmar, First Resources, DBS, SETS, Sembcorp Industry, DairyFarm, SIA. And guys, if we have more time, then I'll do my best to cover more. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me just see, just one more. Perhaps we have SIA and Frencken, right? Frencken is one of them that a lot of you guys are asking about. Okay, good. So this is the list right now, guys. Let me go to pause the live poll. All right, and this is pretty much the list of stocks that you guys are asking about. And let me just say the name out right now in case you miss this any parts. You can go to watch the replay as well. It will be on my Facebook page. All right, and what you want to do right now is to make sure you like the Facebook page, and there should be a button at the top whereby you can like or hit the bell notification so that when we go live in the future, you will be alerted as well. So go ahead to do that. All right, I see a lot of likes here. Thank you so much, guys. And this is pretty much what I see. Thank you so much for all the love and hearts. All right, I really appreciate it. So let's go ahead to talk about those stocks that you guys are asking about. Right. So number one would be Geo Energy. Then we have Wilmar. Okay, and First Resources, DBS, SETS, Sembcorp Industry, DairyFarm, SIA, and Frencken, right? So yes, we'll try to cover all these stocks. If we have more time, we'll try to cover more as well. So are these stocks what you guys are asking about? Type me, guys. Type me in the chat right now if these are pretty much the stocks that you are asking about. Type me in the chat. Let me know. Yes, guys. So I hope that these stocks are what you guys are asking about, and I would probably have covered most of what many of you are asking about, right? So based on the live poll, all right, so let's go to talk about the first stock right now. So me, awesome. So we have Peggy here, Capital DC Read, Chin Chow, hi, Terry, Marilyn, me, Jasmine, good to see you here. Alice, hi. Okay, good here. Me. Awesome. Okay, let's go ahead right now. So the first one will be Geo Energy. All right, Geo Energy, I think is what a lot of you are asking about as well. Let me take a look at Geo Energy. So this is Geo Energy. In fact, one of those stocks that we like as well over the past few months, even before this whole Russian-Ukraine war. We have seen oil prices started to spike up. All right, and Geo Energy has been pretty much in a very strong mid to long-term uptrend. All right, so one of those pretty strong uptrend encounter in the energy sector, obviously. All right, and you can see that this red line above the blue line, so very strong long-term uptrend. In the short term, we did see a couple of sell down, right? In somewhere around October, we sold off, all right, somewhere around 2022. As we begin the year, we started to push all the way up, hit a bit of resistance about the 60 cents, right? 60 cents level, and that's where we sold off, and we broke this like 54 cents support, and we kind of like sold off as well. So this is where we are right now, about 50 cents, right? So let me just go into analyze for you. I would say that this stock right now, Geo Energy, is looking quite okay in terms of the longer term trend, right? So if you're looking to buy and keep for the longer term, I think it still looks okay. And in fact, we are seeing some good support right now at about that 44 to 45 cents level. Why do I say that? Let me just go to draw it for you right now. You can see that this is pretty much the resistance that we've seen somewhere in October, all right, about the 43 cents, right, 43, 44, around there. And it was also where we kind of broke up as well. So the resistance, we broke this resistance here somewhere around February, right? February, we broke this 43, 44, went all the way up. We came back down. Look at it. So this resistance has now turned support, right? And obviously, you can see that over the past few days, we have managed to break this like 54 cents, came down, and buyers are starting to come back in near that 44 to 45, 46 level. You can see right here. So this resistance has kind of turned support level, all right? And resistance turned support, we can see we rebounded once in March, right here after the first rate hike, rebounded. You can see we came back down again, retested, and push up again, right, to 60 cents. And of course, 60 cents is a major resistance right now, right? So we broke that 54, went below this 20 days moving average, short-term moving average. You can see went below. So a bit of short-term weakness, which is normal, all right? But you can see that right now, this 43, all right, 43 to 45 right now, that is pretty much the range. I'm going to draw it for you right here. So I think this is pretty much the range, anything like 43 to 44 to like 45, 46. I think as we approach this level, bargain hunting is starting to come out, and we can hold above this level. I think the uptrend remains quite intact. And look at this right here as well. You can see that this is where the 100 days moving average line is as well. Look at this, right? So this is the 100 days moving average, and you can see when we neared it somewhere in like November, somewhere in December as well, as we consolidated, right? That's where we started to see a bit of a rebound from this 100 days moving average, which kind of act like a dynamic support level, right? So you can see that we are like a few things, 2 or 3 things pointing to more upside above this 43 to 45. First of all is the 100 days moving average. Next one will be the resistance turn support. We have rebounded once in March, somewhere in end of March as well, we rebounded. All right, so resistance turn support level, you see over the past few days, we are nearing it, and we kind of like push away from this level. So these are pretty much good entry levels right here. I think anything above that 43 to 45, 46, as we near here, as I say, looks okay all the way up for an upside rebound towards the resistance, which is pretty much about 0.5354. I think that's where some selling or some profit taking can actually come back again, right? So this is Geo Energy, right? So one of those stocks that we like as well in the energy sector, all right, because of like oil prices, energy prices, coal prices, all still at highs, right, due to all the sanctions that is imposed on Russia. That's where we're seeing, many of those commodity prices are high, and many of these companies are benefiting from it as well still. All right, so this is Geo Energy, right? Are you guys still here? Type a 2, guys, if you want to go to stock number 2. All right, of course, hit the like and share button right now if you want to go on to stock number 2 as well, so that I know that you guys are here. I think there's like more than 200 of you on board already. All right, welcome to this Facebook live show, guys. And we have pretty much covered the first stock of the day, all right, that you guys are asking about, which is Geo Energy, right? Geo Energy, that's the first stock that you guys are asking about. And we have done like a live poll right here, and yeah, this is pretty much the main stock that you guys are asking about, right? So I see a lot of hearts and likes. Thank you so much, guys. So let's move on to the second stock, right? So 2. Awesome. Thanks, Kelvin, Susila, Henry, Sylvia, Bernard, Irene too. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Baksu. Good to see you here. Bentley. Hi. Awesome. Okay, so let's move on to the second stock, right? So stock number 2 that you guys are asking about would be next one called Wilmar. Let's see. Well, let's take a look at Wilmar. So what do you guys think about Wilmar? Let me know, the guys in the chat. What do you guys think for Wilmar in terms of in the trend, right? Is it more down, more up, or what? Let me know in the chat, guys. What is your take on Wilmar? This is the chart right now for Wilmar. We are currently at about $4.21. Wilmar, is it like more up or more down, right? In terms of the trend. Let me know, guys. Let me know in the chat, right? There's no right or wrong answer. I'll go to analyze it later. But let me know in the chat. What do you think, guys? Is it up or down for Wilmar? We can't close at $4.21. Okay, I think people are saying like, Jolene, hi, thank you. So yes, guys, I will put your comments right here. So keep it coming, all right, keep it coming. Sideways going up. I think Chicha, you're saying it's down. Jasmine consolidating sideways, that's a good one. All right, Kelvin, you're saying it's down. Sally down. Victor down. Krista down. Bennett down. Chin Chow is saying it's up. All right, okay, good, good. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit up as well because we rebounded a little bit, but if you take a look at it later, William down. Tony, May, you're saying it's down, down, down. Okay, good, good. Awesome. Okay, good. So let me just go ahead to go through right now. I think some of you have placed your comments right there. So keep it coming, guys. Let's take a look at what is happening for Wilmar right now. I think this is one of the more popular stocks that you guys are asking about as well. All right, so you can see very clearly right now that Wilmar has been supported above this level right here, right? And this level is none other than the $4. The $4. Write it down, guys. 4.00. $4. 1, 2, 3, 4. $4. All right. We have been holding above this $4 support, I would say, since like 2020, right? Just after COVID, we kind of rebounded and we rebounded like about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now it's coming to 8 times, right? So this $4 has been holding for, I would say, almost 2 years. In fact, more than 2 years now. And we are, in fact, approaching this $4 level right now, right? So this is pretty much the support level. I think that if we were to hit to this level right here, potentially we can see some good bargain hunting happening again. So for those of you who are looking to buy, looking to get in, I think this is pretty much a good level to consider as well. All right, but just take note, as I say, I mean, we have rebounded like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, but doesn't mean it rebound 8 times means you will rebound 9 or 10 times, right? So there's a potential you can break as well. So you want to plan, right? But in terms of the upside, there's a high potential whereby if it nears that $4, buyers can start to come back again, just like what we have seen. All right. So if you want to think about getting in near the $4, 401, 405, 410, around there as it approaches level, that's where you can consider. But do have a plan in case that $4 were to break down, then you want to have a plan to maybe get out first, because that's where we might see a huge support being broken. You can go to like 380, 360, and we might see a bit more downside. But as of now, you can see it's still holding above $4, so it still looks quite okay. But in the short term, all right, let me just go ahead to remove this bar right here. So that is pretty much the range, all right, whereby we can see some good bargain hunting. All right, but let's take a look at where we will in terms of the downside. So you can see right here, we kind of broke this little support around the 450. All right, let me just go to draw it right here. You can see that 450 was where we were somewhere in March. We actually consolidated from 450 to about about 490. I would say, look at this, right? It's a bit of resistance here, right here, a bit of resistance, a bit of resistance. So about 490, you can see this is the 490, up, down, up, down. Okay, let me just go to draw it for you guys, right? So this is pretty much the range. We went up, all right, went up, and we broke this like 450, and we are pretty much back down. So this is pretty much where we might actually hit to, all right? We might actually consolidate in this range from the $4 to 450. I think that is pretty much the range right now. So as I say, if we near $4, that could be a good entry, but you want to have the plan in terms of the upside. Right now, there could be a potential upside all the way to 450. So upside reward, it still makes sense if you would get in near the $4, but downside, just in case it breaks down, as I say, you want to get out like 395, 396, 397, 94, and just in case it breaks down, you want to have a plan to get out, right? But I would say right now, anything above $4, the short term still looks okay, or it looks okay in the longer term as well. But right now, in the short term, you can see that we are seeing some weakness after breaking this $4.50, right? So we broke this 450, right? There are some signs of weakness. This downward sloping 20 days moving average is still pointing down, and we kind of like attempted to climb back above 450, but it didn't happen, and started to push down, right? So yeah, a little bit of downside still, right? A little bit of downside, but just take note, as I mentioned, as we hit down towards the $4, right? Hopefully that's where we can see some good bargain hunting right here near the $4, right? So that is Wilmar right now. I hope I'm giving you guys a little bit of picture, right? $4 to 450, that is pretty much the range right now. A little bit of downside in the short term, but anything near the $4, I think that's where you can see some good bargain hunting and some buyers actually positioning it themselves. All right, so that is Wilmar. That is pretty much stock number 2. All right, let's go on to the third stock, which would be First Resources, guys. First Resources. Just give me a like and a heart shape. Give me a like and a heart shape, guys. Type heart if you want to go on to the third stocks, which is First Resources, that you guys are asking about. Give me a heart, right? Give me a heart shape. Give me a like as well. Share. Go ahead to share. There should be a share. Go ahead to share it, guys, so that Okay, good. Like and share, right? So we can reach out to more people. We have like more than, I would say, close to more than 200 of you on board already. Welcome, guys. For those of you who just joined us, Facebook live show right now called Ask Me Any Stocks. And we have covered just 2 stocks, Geo Energy and Wilmar. If you are indeed looking at these stocks as well, you can watch the replay. All right, but let's move on to the third stock that you guys are asking about called First Resources, right? First Resources. That is pretty much the third stock. Let me take a look at this stock right now, called First Resources. All right, let me just take a look. Okay, so this is First Resources. What do you guys think? I would say that for First Resources, you can see that we are starting to see a little bit of the uptrend starting to take shape. All right, let me explain to you guys in a bit, but very quickly, you can see that we kind of broke some of those key resistance level, like the 180 to $2. You can see we have been pretty much kept below this $2, right? This $2 right here. Thank you. Ice liked already. Thank you, Ice. Donna, hi, Sebastian. You got this. Awesome. Thanks, SQ. All right. Okay, good. So this is First Resources, the third stock that you guys are asking about. All right. So I'll try to keep it short, guys. We'll cover like about 8 to 10 stocks before I move on to the final bonus stock that I like to share with you guys. So as I say, make sure you stay all the way to the end if you want to know what is that one stocks that you can put in your watch list that I like. All right. So I'll talk about those stocks that you guys like first. All right. Okay. So this is First Resources, right? So $2. $2 was a really critical psychological resistance level that we have traded below since 2016. Look at this right here. You can see we touched a couple of times, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We neared it somewhere in 2020. We neared it somewhere in 2021 last year. And over the past like 1 to 2 months since March, thankfully, we managed to break this $2 level. Right, so that's a good sign. That's a good sign whereby the uptrend is starting to form up quite well. All right, and of course, look at the moving averages. You can see that the green is pointing up. Red has gone above the blue. All right, red has gone above the blue somewhere around the beginning of the year. I think somewhere around December, there were some signs of the trend turning up. But ultimately, we managed to break this $2 level. All right, this $2 level. All right, so let me just go to see where is the resistance right now. I think a little bit of resistance somewhere around at 230 to 250. I think this is pretty much the range right now as it nears that $2. I think some bargain hunting is actually coming back since March. So for about 2 months now, you can see when we neared $2, 201, 202, that's where buy started to come back up, rebounded to like 230, and we came back down now, right? So that is pretty much the range from about $2 to about 230, right? So I think if you are looking to get in, all right, if you can hold above the $2, as I said, this resistance has now become like a psychological support level. So anything above that $2, it still looks quite okay, right? So yeah, I think there's one stock that you can take a look as well. All right, if we can hold above 2, I think it's still pretty awesome, right? In terms of the uptrend, is still pretty much intact. Okay, Chen. So this is First Resources, the third stock that you guys are asking about, right? So let's go on to stock number 4, right? Guys, type 4 in the chat if you want to go on to stock number 4, which would be DBS, right? DBS, that's stock number 4. DBS, let's take a look. Type 4 in the chat if you want me to go on to stock number 4. Okay, good. 4. Hi, Kumri. Hi, Albert, David. 4, awesome. Maeve, Peggy. I see a lot of new people coming on board. Welcome, guys, to this Facebook live show called Ask Me Any Stocks. And you have just joined us and you're kind of like lost. What happens is we have kind of like done a live poll, all right, for some of the top Singapore stocks that you guys are asking about. And we have written down the top like 8 to 10 stocks. And we have covered like a few. We have covered like Geo Energy, Wilmar, and First Resources right here. And there are a few more that we'll cover. We'll try to find time to cover as many as possible. So next one will be like DBS, SATS, Sembcorp Industry, DairyFarm, SIA, and Frencken, right? So these are pretty much the stock that you guys are asking about. And we have just done a live poll like what you see over here. Of course, the live poll has already paused. Okay, but this is pretty much what is happening right now. So let's go on to DBS. I think a lot of people are asking about DBS as well right now. So this is DBS trading at about $31.20, right? You can see that we kind of rebounded in March right here, okay, at about $31, went all the way to 36, and we are back down again with the market kind of like selling off over the past few weeks, right? And the reason for this selling off would be, because of this, interest rate hikes news, and people are a bit more fearful because it might lead to a recession, and that's where the banks might be affected as well. All right, so you can see we are pretty much back to this support level at 31. So I think I did a couple of videos on YouTube as well, all right, talking about the Singapore banks, and I talked about this really, really good defensive level at 31, or maybe even that $30. You can see $30 would be quite a good psychological support level as well. I'm really not too sure whether it will go to 30, or because it seems like right now this $31 is actually holding quite well. All right, over the past 4 or 5 days, it's about 31.20. We count near it, and we rebounded to somewhere around like 31.60, and sellers are coming back. So that is pretty much the range. A bit tight, about 31 to 32. That is the range right now, right? So it's only like 4 days, right? So looking at 4 days, so we have to see. But if we can hold above that, $31, and eventually if we break past that 32, I think that could be a good sign of the reversal happening, like just like what we saw in March. You can see when we when the Fed introduced their first rate hike, you can see the market push away, this stock push away from 31, we went above 32, and the rebound started to happen quite fast. Look at this, right? From 32 all the way up. And this is pretty much what is happening right now, right? So we are still hovering above 31, but if we can consolidate a little bit more, get a bit of some stability coming back in terms of buyers supporting that level, and eventually it breaks at 32 or maybe 33, I think that's where a good reversal can actually happen again, back to 34 to maybe 36 level. All right, so that is for DBS. So it's only 4 days. So you have to see, right? If that 31 were to break down, then I think that is where the $30 would be a really good support level as well. That is a psychological level whereby we have rebounded somewhere in December, and also where that 200 days moving average line is when we rebounded, right? So you can see right now the trend in the longer term is still okay. It's still okay. It hasn't really turned down, but of course there are some signs of weakness in the short term when we broke that 33. Okay, but in the longer term trend, there are still no clear signs of a downtrend. It could be like a short-term selling down, which actually could present a good buying opportunity as well. Right, so just take note of these two levels, 31 and 30. I think anything above these 31 to 30, I think that's where buyers can start to come in. And those who have got out 35, 36, or maybe 37, I think those are all good levels to start timing your entry, getting in, catch the rebound, right? But have a plan, right? Have a plan. Hopefully, this 31 level were to hold. I think that would be a good thing if you can hold and eventually break that 32. Then that's where some good reversal might actually happen. All right, and so that would be DBS. So let's talk about the next one. Should be sets. I think some of you are asking about sets as well. Let's take a look where we are right now. And this is sets right here. You can see that I've drawn a few targets over the past few months, because this is pretty much in an uptrend. We have traded lower somewhere in COVID. You can see this was the support level we have broken. Let me just go to draw this line right here, right? So this is the support level around okay, let me just go to draw it for you guys. You can see around the 460 to 450. It was a very, very strong support in 2017, 18, 19 until when COVID hit. Look at this right here. We broke this $4.60, and we just sold off really badly, right? From 460, we sold down to 260, 42% sell down, right? In this couple of months when COVID hit, right? Just 2020. All right, but we found a little bit of a bottom right here. You can see a couple of bottoms near the 261, 2, 3, 3 times it rebounded, forming what we call higher lows. And the uptrend really started to form up again. Look at this, right? The red line has managed to cross back above the blue line. So that's a sign of the mid to long-term trend pointing up. All right, and over the past 1 year plus, we are consolidating sideways, slightly higher, as I say, forming higher lows. All right, stop forming higher lows, but not just going up every single day. We hit a little bit of resistance back at that 460 level. Why 460? Because this 460, as I mentioned, guys, it was originally the support level, and you can see we neared it somewhere in March last year. All right, we touched 460, we came back down, we neared it, came back down, and over the past few months, all right, past about a few weeks, since end of April, we attempted to break that 460. Look at this right here. We attempted to break the 460, right? We went to about 465, but of course the market started to weaken with the STI selling down, the US selling down. You can see that we went back below 460. All right, went back to 460. So what would be the near-term support right now? It's not the end. I mean, it's not coming down all the way. I would say that I mean, it's normal, as I say, to see selling near 460, because that is where we can expect selling. Right here, we sold off, right? So but the market weakened, so it's normal to see a bit of selling there. But right now, I would say that the support will be right here. I think around that $4.20. I think that is where you can see that over the past 1 month plus, right, we are seeing a bit of bargain hunting right there. So for 420, to about that 460. You can see this is where the moving averages are as well in the longer term. So I think if we approach this level, these are pretty much good bargain hunting level. If you give it a bit of leeway, maybe towards the $4 as well, you can go a bit cheaper, that'll be better. I think we approach the 4 to 420 right here. I think these are all good levels whereby we can potentially see a rebound all the way to 460. But as I say, this 460 is key, right? We definitely need to break above that 460, stay above over the next like few weeks, and that's where it can put us back to that consolidation phase pre-COVID, right? Look at this right here, from 2016 to 2019, 2020. This is pretty much a consolidation range, right? So we can break above that 460. I think we can pretty much see that move again all the way up to this level right here, and that would be towards the $5 to $5.50 level, right? That is the upside all the way above 460. All right, okay, so this is SAT Services. This is SAT Services right here, all right, and pretty much the stock that you guys are asking about. I hope I've given you guys a little bit of an idea of where we are in the trend. So the longer term trend looks quite okay, all right, anything above that $4 to $4.20, I think it still looks okay, but of course in the short term, as I say, we can still see some selling as we approach that 460 level. So hopefully we really stay above that 460, some good bullish reversal, price action or candlestick coming back that can lead the reversal all the way up to like 5 to maybe the 550. All right, so this is SAT Services. Okay. Okay, so we have covered like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have covered 5 stocks already, guys. Geo Energy, Wilmar, First Resources, DBS, and SAT Services. Right, so we have more time later. We'll try to cover more. All right, but let me go to cover the 6 stocks that you guys are asking about. How many of you were actually asking for Sembcorp Industry? Type me in the chat if that is the stock that you actually want. Let me know. Type me in the chat if Sembcorp Industry was actually the stock that you guys are asking about. So we have like more than 200 of you on board already. Welcome to this Facebook live show, guys, called Ask Me Any Stocks, and we are covering the Singapore stocks that you guys are asking about, right? So I think a lot of you are asking about Sembcorp Industry. We have more than like 30 of you, all right? Okay, good. Thank you. Thanks for giving some hearts and likes as well. So go ahead, guys, to hit the share button as well. That would definitely help me to reach out to more people, and we can help more people, discover some of those stocks that they are looking at as well, right? So give me a like and a share, hit the heart shape, and that will be awesome, right? Okay, so me, awesome. Okay, let me just go to play some of your names. Hi, I think some of you have just came aboard. We're seeing some new names. Cleo, good to see you here. Hi, Jimmy. Hi, Sebastian. Winston. Hi, Jolene. Awesome. Okay, good. So next one would be what we call Sembcorp Industry. We have like more than 20 of you asking about Sembcorp Industry. So let me go ahead to cover this stock right now. In fact, it's one of those stocks that we really like as well. Let me just see where we are right now. This is Sembcorp Industry. So it's one of those stocks that we actually covered. I think for those of you who are my clients in Phillip Securities, for those of you who are new to me, I mean, if like first time seeing me, let me know, guys, how many of you is like pretty much your first time seeing me, whether is it like or second time, or maybe you just surf your Facebook and you just found me. Let me know, or you have like seen me many times. Let me know in the chat, guys, so at least I know that my audience, like, are you guys like new to me? Have you seen me before, or many times, first time, or just browsing and you saw me? Let me know, guys. All right, so I think some of you are like pretty much new, all right, and some of you have seen me before as well, all right, many times, first time, many times, first time. Okay, good. So for those of you who are new to me and not seen me before, my name is Choy, all right, top tier reminder, trader in Phillip Securities, and I also teach people how to trade the stock market with confidence, right? So thank you so much, Joy. I'm your follower. I think you've probably seen me many times. Good to see you here again. All right, many times. Ellen, awesome. Good to see you here. All right, but those of you who are new, let me share with you. My name is Choy, all right, and that's where I'm a broker in Phillip Securities as well. So in fact, some of those stocks that we actually talk about, we actually covered it as well. All right, in terms of clients, I mean, we kind of like have a WhatsApp broadcast where we alert clients to it. So for those of you who are actually my client, yeah, I think you actually receive some of those ideas. And Sembcorp Industry is definitely one of them that we've sent out over the past few months. In fact, we kind of broke the 220, right? So those of you who are not yet a client, and by the way, if you want to like get some of my ideas much faster by WhatsApp, and you are trading on your own, in a trading account with no broker, no ideas, no training, no WhatsApp, pretty much DIY, then you pretty much want to come on board as a client. I tell you what, let me just go ahead to place the link. I think some of you are asking or private messaging me as well. I will just place the link here in the chat. So in case you are not yet a client of mine in Phillip Securities, where I'm a broker, make sure you come on board, click on the link right there, all right, and that's where you can come on board, all right. Just go ahead to submit your application and my team will be in touch with you, all right, and that's where you can get some of our ideas, our exclusive trainings as a client of mine in Phillip Securities. I think some of you are my clients, you're actually receiving it, and I think, okay, good, Henry, you are my client, so I think some of you are my clients as well. Good to see you here, Henry. All right, and yeah, I think some of you are my clients, so you probably see some of those stocks as well. I think Sembcorp Industry, we have covered it a few times a month, right? So that is the link for those of you who are, not yet a client. You have a trading account, you're trading, all right, and not much service, you're just doing it on your own, no training, no ideas, you don't even know who your broker is. You definitely want to come on board as a client because you don't pay anything more, guys. By the way, guys, you don't pay anything more, right? It's the same. I repeat, guys, it's the same as whatever you're paying when you are trading. All right. So make sure you come on board if you're not yet a client, so that at least you can get some direction, some focus on some of the stocks that we look at by WhatsApp. All right. I've just placed the link as well. All right. Okay, good. So let me move on to Sembcorp Industry right now. You can see that this is Sembcorp Industry trading at about $2.84. So it's one of those really good uptrending stocks since 2021. You can see this red and blue line, they are pointing up. Okay, and look at this right here. So somewhere around 2020 started to rebound, and of course we had the kind of demerger as well from Sembcorp Marine News, and it was a good thing for Sembcorp Industry. So to push up, look at this right here, went up, consolidated a little bit. Let me just go to draw it for you right here. So that's where we consolidated a little bit around that $2.30, a little bit of resistance right here. You can see we kind of broke the 230, and the uptrend kind of started, and we push up all the way from 230 to about that $3, about 29% upside in a couple of 3 months, and then we saw some bargain hunting. All right, so it's normal. So I would say that right now this resistance will be quite clearly at about the $3 level, and support wise, you can see that we kind of soaked off a little bit towards the 280, but I would say a better support will be right here around the $2.60, right? $2.60. Right here, you can see that this is also where the 100 days moving average line is. All right, and also over the past 2 months plus, we have rebounded a couple of times near that 260. So I'm not too sure whether it will hit 260 or maybe 270, but it seems like as we approach this level, buyers are starting to come out. So if you afraid that you might miss it, you can try to time your entry to get in on dips as we approach that 270, 260, maybe below 280 as well. All right, but that is the range right now, all the way up to $3, right? So $3 is a psychological resistance level from the last time I look at it. There are a lot of sellers there from the market there, a lot of sellers. So you can also consider taking some profits there as well, lock in some profits, maybe wait for a pullback to get in again. But what we want to see is really some good bullish candlesticks or some bullish price actions above $3 that can lead the uptrend towards the next phase, all the way maybe to that 350 level, or or maybe that $4. I think that could be the upside. I think maybe near term would be 330 to 350. That could be the upside. All right, above $3, right? So $3 would be the cap right now. So that is Sembcorp Industry. One of those stocks that we like, all right, is pretty much consolidating in the short term sideways, which is normal. We don't want to just go up every single day, because if it does that, then it can be rather dangerous. All right, so normally in the uptrend, we want to see a healthy consolidation. That means you can see right here, we might consolidate here, up, down, consolidate, up a little bit, down a bit, up, and eventually it tests and it breaks that $3, and that's where the uptrend can continue to the next higher phase towards 330 to 350. I think that would be a more, I would say, healthy uptrend, rather than just going up every single day. And if it does that too fast, then there's no support being found. All right, and if there's no support, if it comes back down, it can be quite scary, right? So it's good to consolidate, find a new support, a higher support, and then we start to move up again. Does it make sense? All right, so that is for Sembcorp Industry. All right, Sembcorp Industry. All right, so that's pretty much stock number 6. We have covered, guys, Geo Energy, Wilmar, First Resources, DBS, SETS, Sembcorp Industry. And let's move on to the next one that you guys are asking about. I think we have DairyFarm, right? DairyFarm, let me just take a look at it right now. Dairy. Oops. I can't seem to find DairyFarm. Anybody can help me? What is DairyFarm stock code? For those of you who are asking, how many of you are asking about DairyFarm? Let me know what is the stock code for DairyFarm. If you can let me know what's the stock code in case. But it seems like a lot of you are asking about DairyFarm, DairyFarm stock. Okay, I think you have like changed its name. All right, stock code D01. Thank you so much. Let me just go to do it for you. D01. Okay, good. So this is DairyFarm. All right, they kind of like changed the name. Right? It used to be like DairyFarm, but I think they have changed their name. It's now DFI. They call it DFI Retail Group. All right, and that is the name for it. So this is DairyFarm right here. Let me just go to do it for you. Thank you. All right, so D01 right here. The name is DFIRG DairyFarm. Integrated Retail Group Holdings. Right, you can see that this is pretty much a downtrending stock. I probably wouldn't recommend to get in on stocks like this because you can see that it is in a downtrend. All right, even last year since like August, we kind of broke this support level. Look at this right here. So this is like the support level about $3.75, $3.70. You can see we rebounded, and when we broke this level right here, that is not a good sign. So we kind of like attempted to get back up, but it didn't, right? And it decided to hit down, and of course we broke this $3 level as well. So I normally would not encourage clients or even people, who are learning to buy in a downtrend, right? Why? Because look at this company, guys. DairyFarm. It used to be what? Let me just take a look, right? It used to be like $10. It went to $8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. And if you're just buying along the way down, there are no clear signs of an uptrend or reversal, then you might get stuck. If you're going in like 9 and 8 and 7, you're just buying because it's cheaper and cheaper. And then when it broke the $3, it became even cheaper, and you're just getting in again and again. Then that's not a good thing, right? So probably we don't want to buy until we see some signs of reversal. And what would that be? That would be if, all right, we manage to climb back above that $3 potentially, all right? You can get back above the $3. I think if that happens, all right, but not just like climb back like 1 or 2 days and then come back down. That doesn't count, right? You want to like stay above the $3, all right, hold above for the next few weeks, and prices start to consolidate above the $3 as a support. That could be a good sign of a reversal. That's number one. Number two, all right, in terms of the moving averages, this red line, this 100 days moving average, you can see that is pointing down. This blue line, the 200 days moving average, is pointing down. All right, so the way I see it is pretty much in a downtrend. All right, so if we can see like this, red line starting to turn up and eventually going above, quite a bullish crossover above that blue line. That's like a bullish crossover. Then, with these companies staying above that $3 as well, yeah, then that could be a sign of a reversal. Then that's where we can think about positioning ourselves to ride the recovery. If not, then if you're just buying because it's cheaper, then you might get stuck. Does it make sense? Right? So I don't want to buy because it's cheaper, right? So you want to only think about getting in if there are clear signs of reversal. And right now, unfortunately, because we're still below 3, I think the price is like $2.81, which is below 3. All right, then it is still not that good, right? So yeah, probably not want to buy. So I think right now we are in fact seeing selling. I think we can see selling actually happening. We can see over the past 5 months now, since December, we broke the 3, and this 3 has turned to become like a resistance level. Let me draw it for you right now. You can see it's a resistance level. We came down, we touched, we came down 1, 2, 3. All right, let me just draw it for you right now here, right? So support, resistance, 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 we touched 3 times. So right now we can actually, hit to that level again, and sellers start to come back again. All right, and eventually we break that 230. We might, go down even lower, all right, to that $2 to 150. We might not know. That might actually happen because it's in the downtrend. All right, if we stay below that $3, it wouldn't look that good. All right, so I think for those of you asking about DairyFarm, I hope that I've given you an opinion in terms of the trend, all right, and where what you want to take note of to potentially see a reversal, whereby that's where you can think about getting it only if you see that move, right, in terms of the moving averages, in terms of prices staying above $3 as well. All right, so that would be DairyFarm. So let's move on to the next one, which would be SIA, right? SIA, I think this is a stock that a lot of you guys are asking about as well, guys. This is stock number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Guys, type 8. Type 8 in the chat if you want me to talk about SIA, right? Type 8 in the chat if you are still here and SIA is what you are actually asking about as well. I think a lot of people are asking about SIA. So let me just go to talk about SIA, but let me know, type 8 in the chat. Okay, good, awesome. So we have like more than 200 of you on board here. For those of you who have just joined us, welcome, right, to this Facebook live show called Ask Me Any Stocks, right? Ask Me Any Stocks, and pretty much this is where we will cover the stocks that you guys are asking about as well, all right? And yeah, so we have covered like about 7 stocks already. We have covered Geo Energy, Wilmar, all right, First Resources, DBS, Sembcorp Industry, DairyFarm, and also now we are going to talk about SIA. So I think a lot of you are typing 888. We have Jason here. Hi, good to see you here, Jason. We have Michelle. Hi, Michelle. We have Floral, Victor. Hi, Kenny. Okay, so a few new names coming on board. Welcome, guys. Welcome to this Facebook live show called Ask Me Any Stocks, right? So we try to keep it short, about 1 hour plus, right? 1 hour plus. And that is where I will share with you the bonus stock as well. Make sure you stay all the way to the end if you want to know what is that bonus stock that I like to share with you guys, which you can put in your watch list for tomorrow or the next few days or next week as well. All right. So let's go on to talk about SIA right now. So this is SIA trading about $5.43. So I kind of like talked about this counter as well in a couple of videos over the past few months. And let me go draw this line for you. I think this is very clearly this line right here. I would say this is a support level around the $5.20, right? $5.20, you can see it's a bit of support. But the next critical support that you guys want to take note of would be this $4.80. So I've covered a few times over the past 1 year whereby we touched this 480, all right, this 480 support, and we have rebounded many times. So we actually hit to near 480 level again, all right. Actually, I was expecting it to hit there, and that could be a good opportunity, but you can see that the recent downside, it didn't really hit to 480. It went to like 520, and buyers started to come back up again. All right, so if it does hit to 480, just write it down. I think that is a really, really attractive zone if you're thinking to get in for the longer term. Anything near 480, 485, 483, 482, I don't know. I mean, as they approach that level, that's where bargain hunting can actually come back again. So take note of that level. All right, right now, 520 is the immediate support level, and that is also where the 100 days and 200 days moving average is as well, right? So in terms of the mid to long term trend, people are asking about SIA because the economy is starting to open up. The government has kind of like restricted. I mean, in terms of those COVID-19 measures, it's less restrictive now. People can travel around more easily, and I think all the air tickets price are going up. I think a lot of you have kind of like booked your flights for June and traveling around for school holidays and all that, right? So I think people are more or less getting used to traveling and all that. And I think SIA would be bound to benefit, right? So in terms of the longer term, I would say that the trend for SIA has kind of like turned up as well. In fact, we can draw what we call an upward sloping channel support line right here. You can see this is like pretty much an upward sloping channel support line forming like higher lows since like November November in 2020. You can see right here, and also the moving averages have turned up as well in terms of the 100 days going above the 200 days. And so far, this 100 days has still been trying to stay above the 200 days. So mid to long term trend, it looks quite okay. In fact, the recovery is still on track. Just that in the short term, I think people, in the short term, I mean, it's not like back to pre-COVID days, like within like a month or two, right? It will take a while, right? But eventually it will take time. But we will get there. We'll get there, right? So in the short term, we probably need a further kicker or catalyst to break this, like 560 to 580 resistance. You can see these two are the major resistance right here, 560 to 580. I think if we can break these two level, it is pretty much a good reversal all the way for SIA to cover back to pre-COVID times, right? To pre-COVID times. So the 560 to 580, these are the resistance levels. You can see today, right, we hit it to somewhere around I think about 550, and you see selling is starting to come back, right? So just think, 560 to 580 is where we can still see selling in the short term, which is okay, which is normal, but in the longer term, I think it still looks quite okay. And in fact, I think if there's an opportunity for it to dip lower to near 520 or even 480, I think that all kind of like presents a very, very good opportunity to buy on dips, to get into to ride the longer term rebound and recovery, right, post-COVID. All right, so that is SIA. So I hope I can have given you guys a note on SIA. All right, so let's move on to the next stock that you guys are asking about as well, and that is called Frencken, right? Frencken. This is Frencken right here. Okay, what do you guys think about Frencken? Let me know, guys, in the chat. What are your thoughts about Frencken? right here. I think this is what I think more than 20, about 20 of you are asking about Frencken as well. So what are your thoughts on Frencken? I mean, is it like down or up? Or, you know, it could be potentially a bit more downside. Down, weak. Albert, you're saying it's weak. All right. Yeah, I think it looks weak as well. Winston, you're saying it's a bit of a downtrend. I think that's true. All right, let's explore that later. Tony, you're saying it's down as well. Right. Let's check it out. We'll see how it goes. LC down. Chin Chow, you're saying it's down. I think most of you are saying down. Thankfully, nobody is saying up, because if you're saying it's up, I really don't know how you're looking at it. It's like upside down, but yeah, it's definitely down, right? It's definitely down, right? So let me go to explain to you what has happened for this Frencken. You can see that Frencken actually was one of those really good uptrending stock somewhere in, like, 2020, 2021, where we saw the tech movement up, all right? Frencken, UMS, AEM. I think AEM is still okay, but Frencken and UMS, we have seen a little bit of weakness, and there will indeed some signs of the trend turning down, right? Somewhere around, like, October, November this year. So that was like the support level, and we kind of like covered this stock last year, was really good moving up. And let me go to draw this for you, right? That was the support level, $2, all right, $2.10 all the way to about $2.50, right? So it was actually holding quite well, right? $2.10 to $2.50, and we saw what we call something like a double top right here. 1, 2, we near the 250, we sold off, which is fine, right? But the thing here is this, right? When we broke this $2.10, that is definitely a sign of weakness already. All right, that's a sign of weakness in terms of the trend, turning from up to sideways and now potentially down. So we kind of broke this level on $2.10. I think I did a video on it as well. You can check it out on YouTube. We covered some tech stocks then, and even on the system that we have, there were some like bearish signals that came out as well. All right, so when we broke 210, of course, look at this right here. So apart from this breaking the 210, this 20 days, look at this green line. This green line is the 20 days moving average, where it goes below. So it's kind of like a bearish crossover below the red line. So the green below the red, you can see that is not a good thing. That shows that the short to mid-term trend can actually turn down. And that was somewhere around December, all right, somewhere around December, just about 6 months back, right? So you can see that when we broke the 210, there were some signs of weakness, and we headed down to $2. We head down to like 180, a little bit of support here at 180, a couple of like just 2 or 3 weeks, but then we broke the 180, and you can see that it is pretty much back down to the 150 support level, right? The 150 support level. So you can see that it's like pushing lower, consolidating, breaking the support, and heading lower again. And over the past like few weeks, we also just the 150 just gave way, all right? We went below the 150 level. Look at this right here, went below 150. And today we're like 126. So I think some of you might ask me, what would be the next support level? Let me show it to you right now. That would be the $1.20, right? That would be the 120. Why? You can see that this is pretty much where we were back in 2020, where we rebounded. You can see a couple of bullish candles right here, where the 100 days moving average is as well. February 2021, all right, 2020 we're here as well, and the uptrend started. So this support, and look at this, right? It was originally the resistance level as well, all right? So this 120, you can see we kind of back to that level, right? So 120 would now be that support level, all right? I think if you are looking to buy, I probably wouldn't advise you to as I say, we wouldn't want to buy in a downtrend. I mean, if you want to like get in near 121 or 122 to try to catch the rebound, can it actually happen? Yes, it might. I mean, it might, because basically, as I say, 120 is where we are seeing some good support. So it might actually just catch a bit of a rebound. You might go to 120 and then start to rebound a bit, and then go to 140 and then come back down again. All right, so that's what can actually happen. So if you're looking to get in, the 120 to catch a rebound, that's possible. But make sure you have a plan. All right, why? Because if the 120 were to break down, can it go down to like $1? I mean, or 90 cents? Yeah, potentially yes. We might actually go down to like 90 cents to $1. All right, because this, as I say, right, we broke the 180. We went lower. We broke the 150. We went lower. What makes you think we break the 120? We cannot hit lower? It can actually happen. All right. So if you're looking to buy on dips to catch like a quick short-term technical rebound, it's possible, but you want to have a plan in case the 120 breaks down. Just get out, have a stop loss of 118, 117. Just close your eyes, get out automatically, and you don't want to just hold all the way down to like $1 or even lower. All right. Does it make sense? All right. So that is for Frencken. I think it's pretty much in downtrend right now. and we probably wouldn't want to think about buying this stock. In fact, I mean, for this, frankly, for those of you who are new, I mean, basically we have this system. Let me just go to share with you this system right now called One Good Trend. And some of you are asking about it as well. Basically, this is Frencken. So I have a system called 1GT. For those of you who are mentees of mine, you might have access to this 1GT system. It's where it kind of like alerts us to stocks like this and also guides us on entry and exit. So Frencken, as I say, was one of those really good. This is Frencken, guys. I mean, we just covered Frencken right here, right? So this is, of course, what I've analyzed, but I have a system that have a couple of bearish or even bullish signals for Frencken. And this is Frencken. So, in January 2021, this last year, a couple of good bullish signal. In fact, it was like 120 bullish signal. It went up, bullish signal right here. In June 2021, went up all the way. And somewhere around here, as I mentioned, somewhere like October, November, where there was like a moving average crossing down. It broke the $2.10 and $2. You can see that was where there were some signs of weakness, and the bearish signal actually came out right here on 26th November, right here. So a couple of bearish signals then, right? So got a bearish signal, went all the way down, went up a little bit, got another bearish signal, went down again. And this was like 7th of Feb 2022 this year, another bearish signal, and it went down. And got this exit, right? So the white arrow pointing up is like an exit, right? It's like exit. So that means exit, this means to get out if you have taken a short positions. So it kind of like went up a little bit, and look at this right now. This is the most recent one, right? On the 7th of April 2022, just like, I think slightly more than a month back. Right? We've got a bearish signal. It's a red arrow pointing down, guys. Red arrow pointing down. So it's not good, right? It's not good. I mean, it's like a bearish signal. You can see the trend bar is pretty much red in color. So after having this like bearish signal, we just went from like 160 to 150 and 140, and now it's like 126. Does it make sense, right? And of course, there are still no exits. Exits just means this white arrow. There are still no exits yet. So you just want to be careful, right? If the 120 were to break down, I think this bearish signal might still play out further. All right, does it make sense, right? So that is pretty much the system that I have. I mean, I just thought, since you guys are asking about Frencken, I just thought I'd show you guys, but that is the 1GT system. If you want to find a little bit more, you can attend one of those free web class whereby we share a little bit more on the system that we have, not just the system, but the entire framework behind the system, all right, so that you guys have a little bit of understanding rather than just using the system blindly. All right, Ken? Okay, so I'll probably place the link. In fact, let me just go to place the link. I think some of you are asking about it. I can place the link right there in the chat if you want to find out a little bit more. You can have one of those free web class, all right, to learn more on the system that I have and also the strategy that I have as well. All right, so that is the link. Okay, good. Okay, how many of you are still here and we want to move on to the next stock? So we have covered Frencken, guys, and the next stock. Let me go to take a look at the next stock. All right, let me go take a look at this stock. So guys, that is the link. I've just placed the link in the chat. I just placed the link in the chat. All right. This training is a web class whereby you can attend. You're going to find out a little bit more on the system that I have and in terms of the strategy that we're using. Right. Do click on the link and save it somewhere. Register for this web class to find out a little bit more. Right. But this is pretty much the live code that we have done and we have covered. Let me go to see what we have covered right now. So it's like about 1 hour plus already. So let me just keep it short. All right. A few more minutes. All right. And we'll see where we go, right? So we've covered like Geo Energy, Wilmar, First Resources, DBS, SET, Sembcorp Industry, DairyFarm, SIA, Frencken, all right? And what would be the next one? What would be the next one, guys? So this is the poll, all right? I think we have like almost 100 of you taking part in the poll just now. And let's see if we can find one more stock, all right? I think we have... AEM is coming up right now. I think we have like AEM, guys, so we have covered like most of it. I think AEM is the one that a lot of you are asking about. So let's go ahead and talk about AEM. Go ahead and talk about AEM. So this is a live poll. So let's pause this live poll. I think we'll just talk about one last one, number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, AEM will be stock number 10. All right. So yeah, guys, this is Frencken, as I say, right? If you have missed any parts, guys, in this live show, this Facebook live show called Ask Me Any Stocks, any of the stocks that you want, that you missed or something, go ahead to watch the replays. All right, you can go to my Facebook page, go ahead to watch the replays, and you can find out what we talk about. All right, okay, let's talk about AEM right now. Where is AEM? Okay, let's take a look. So this is AEM right here, trading at about $4.44. So let's see, right? Let's see. Okay, so what do you guys think about AEM? Is it like more up or more like down? Guys, go ahead to hit the like and the heart shape button. All right, go ahead to hit the like and the heart shape button. If you're still here, I think we have like more than 200 of you on board now. All right, it's awesome how many of you are still here listening to me. Thank you so much, guys. But just go ahead to hit the like and the share button so that I know that you guys are still here and I'm not just talking to myself. All right, because sometimes it's just like it's pretty quiet. Okay, good. Okay, good. Awesome. So I think some of you are still here. Okay, Jimmy, you're saying that should rebound sideways, down. Mona, you're asking about iFast. Unfortunately, I think iFast was not really asked today. All right, so maybe another time, Mona. All right. Kahin, you're saying that is let's take a look at what you're saying. Right. So, okay, good. Sideways for AEM. Good to see you here, Kahin. Awesome. And Sadie, you're saying it's an upward trend, down, moving up. Tiogon, you're saying it's up. So this is AEM right now, guys. So we are covering the 10 stocks already. All right, the 10 stocks already. And those of you who want to know what are the 10 stocks, let me just read it out now in case any of these 10 stocks are what you are holding, what you're thinking to buy, what you're thinking to get out. Then you can watch the replay if you miss any part, right? So the 10 stocks are Geo Energy, Wilmar, First Resources, DBS, SETS, Sembcorp Industry, DairyFarm, SIA, Frencken, and this is the 10 stock AEM right now. So let me just go to understand where we are for AEM and analyze it for you live, right? So this is it right here. I can see that AEM a little bit of a resistance quite clearly around the $4.30, right? So let me explain to you in a bit why I draw this line, but I think this is AEM right now at $4.44. Okay, so I would say that in terms of the tech sector, we have AEM, we have UMS, Frencken, Inotech, ISDN. I think these are some of the tech stocks that have played really well in 2021. Of course, starting of the year in like maybe November, December last year, some of the tech stocks started to see a bit of weakness. The UMS, Frencken started to sell down as well. All right, but AEM, I would say, is one of the strongest tech stocks in Singapore. Does it make sense, guys? This AEM is one of the strongest tech stocks in Singapore. In fact, it didn't really sold off that much. We sold off and we kind of recovered. Whereas the rest of it, there were some clear signs of a downtrend. But for AEM, there are still no clear signs of a downtrend in terms of the mid to long term. I'm talking about the mid to long term, guys, not the short term. Short term, of course, can go up and down, right? But I'm talking about the mid to long term. AEM is in fact one of the strongest, right? So we can actually draw this upward sloping channel support line right here. You can see since like 2020 forming higher lows. That's the first sign of a good uptrend in the mid to long term. All right. And in terms of the moving averages, you can see that the red and blue line, they are still above each other. Of course, we are seeing it turning a bit down. So short term wise, a little bit of selling down. But what would be the support level? I think this level is key. Maybe you want to write it down, and that would be the $4.30, right? $4.30. Why? Pretty much you can see, guys, this was the resistance. Let me draw it for you. 430. All right, resistance somewhere in September 2020. All right, and a couple of resistance level we sold off here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. And when we broke this $4.30 somewhere in like November 2021, look at this right here. When we broke this 430, it just shot up by more than 24%. All right, in a couple of like 1 month. All right, so this 430 would be a really key level. The 430 would now become a major resistance turn support level, right? So yeah, I can see we kind of like consolidated from like 5 to 514. Of course, when the market weakened in the tech stocks started to sell off in January in the US, and we have like many of those tech stocks like Amazon and everything selling off in the US as well, Tesla as well. And of course, the tech stock in Singapore sold off as well, right? So we kind of broke this like $5. It was like $5 to 540. We broke this $5, and of course, the selling started to happen, and we came all the way down, consolidated here below 430 for a while. And you can look at this right here. When we went above 430, that's where the recovery actually happened. All right, all the way back up to this resistance, right? So the resistance now is quite clearly at about $5, and support-wise, about $4.70, right? $4.70, the support that we have broken. So that would be the range right now. You can see that this is pretty much a range from 430, all right, to about the 470, right? 430 to about 470, right? So 470 was, as I say, the support level, but over the past few days, we broke this 470. So not a good thing in the short term. We can actually see some selling pressure all the way to lower, near 420. I mean, if you give it a bit of leeway, I think 420 to 430 as it approaches this level, I think those are all pretty much where some good bargain hunting can actually come back again in the longer term. I mean, if the longer term trend would hold, I think that's where we can potentially see a rebound all the way up to that 470 level, right? So that is AEM. In fact, as I say, this is one of the strongest tech stocks in the Singapore market compared to like Frencken and even like UMS. Those have been like a little bit trending down and they're like forming what we call lower highs, right? But for AEM, we are still maintaining, or we're still maintaining, in fact, still forming higher lows. All right, so this is AEM, right? About 420 to about 470. That is the range right now. Okay, good. So guys, how many of you want to know? All right, so we have covered like 10 stocks already. How many of you want to know one stock that you can put in your watch list for potentially more upside? Type 10, guys. Type 10 in the chat. I want to see at least more than 30 of you, or more than like 30 of you typing 10, 10, 10. All right, before I'll cover this like bonus stock I've shared with you guys that you can put in your watch list for potentially more upside in the next few days or next few weeks, and that's what you can take a look at. So type 10 in the chat. Awesome, 10, 10, 10. Of course, guys, hit the like and share button as well. All right, I need you guys help to hit the like and the share button, or just the little red heart shape as well. All right, and look at it right here. I want to see a lot of heart shape. I think that's what, I'm not sure whether you guys can see this on your screen, but we have a little heart shape, right? And yeah, hit the heart and heart shape button. Hit the like and share as well. Thank you so much. I see a lot of hearts and love. Awesome. Okay, good. Thank you so much. So 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, right? Margaret 10, Jasmine 10, 10, 10, 10. Okay, 10, Bernard 10, 10, 10. So thank you so much, guys. We have like more than 200 of you on board still. I think thank you so much for staying all the way to the end. So I think we've more or less come to the end of this Facebook live show called Ask Me Any Stocks. And I've covered 10 stocks that you guys were actually asking about, all right, in this Facebook live show, all right? And just to do a quick recap of these 10 stocks for those of you, in case you missed any of them, you can watch the replay, all right? The 10 stocks are Geo Energy, Wilmar, First Resources, DBS, SETS, Sembcorp Industry, DairyFarm, SIA, Frencken, and finally AEM. So those were the 10 stocks that you guys are asking about. So I see a lot of 10, 10, 10, 10, and pretty much I think you guys want to discover the the stock. Thank you. Hi, Esu, good to see you here. Henry, 10. So I think all of you guys want to know the stock that I would like to share with you, right? So let me share with you one stock that has came into my watch list, and in fact, this was the stock that I kind of like shared with clients as well. For those of you who are not a client of mine, I think some of you might be a client. How many of you, just let me know, guys. I mean, type yes in the chat if you are actually a client of mine in Phillip Securities, where I'm a broker, and you're actually receiving some of my ideas by WhatsApp from my team. Just type yes in the chat, so I know that how many of you are clients, how many of you are just following me on Facebook. Let me know. Type yes in the chat. I think, yeah, so we have a lot of clients on board as well. Hi, Sulian, Victor, Alice, awesome, Benny, Karim. Yeah. I think those are Winston. Good to see you here. Okay, I think most of you are clients as well. All right. So for those of you who are not a client, then as I say, you definitely want to consider being one. Why? Because if you're trading on your own and you have like no broker or just doing on your own, you have no service, nobody sending you any ideas, video, WhatsApp training, nothing, don't know who your broker is, then I think you pretty much want to come on board as a client, because you're not paying anything more, guys. Just to be clear, you're not paying anything more. It's the same SAME, same as whatever you're paying when you're trading, but at least you get some service. It's not like a hotline. You get some service in terms of some of the top ideas, some market updates, and by WhatsApp, so you get some of those ideas. In fact, many of those stocks that we talk about, like Geo Energy, like Sembcorp Industry, like SIA, even Frencken as well for the downside, those will share with clients as well by WhatsApp, so you could actually receive them much faster if you are a client of mine in Phillip Securities, right? So if you're not, you definitely want to come on board as a client ASAP, right? So I'll just place the link. I think a lot of you are clients, but for those of you who are not yet client, I have just placed the link in the chat, so you can just simply click on the link, all right, and apply. And that's when me and my team will kind of like get in touch with you, all right, once you're a client, and then I'll speak with you personally on your account and see how we can assist you, and you can get some of our ideas by WhatsApp much faster, right? So that is the link as well. If you are not a client of mine in Philip, make sure you come on board, and that's where you can enjoy some services at least, right? And you don't pay anything more. It's the same as whatever you're paying when you're trading. All right, does it make sense? All right, okay, so let's move on to the bonus stock that I like to share with you. So we have a lot of yeses every year, like more than 200 of you on board. So let me share with you this stock that I pretty much shared with clients. All right, and this stock is none other than this name called Golden Energy, right? So we have come like take a look at this stock right here, all right? And this is Golden Energy, and in fact we covered this stock since like a few months back in February and March, when there were some signs of the uptrend. So a little bit more volatile, but this stock, Golden Energy, something like Geo Energy, is to do with the energy sector, all right? So we have been forming what we call higher highs, consolidating, and then breaking a resistance, and then moving up to a higher phase, right? So the uptrend looks really intact, a little bit more volatile, but I think the uptrend looks quite intact. And in fact, today, I kind of like sent out a note as well to my clients. I think it was like, near that 70 cents. And, there were actually some upside targets that were drawn from 70 cents all the way to that 80 cents level. You can see that that is pretty much the range we were consolidating from like 60 to 70 cents about 2 weeks. And same thing now, about 1 week plus, from 70 cents to 80 cents. So it's always like a 10 cents range, guys, like 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, and then now it might be 80 to 90. Does it make sense? All right. So that has been what has been playing out for Golden Energy, all right, since like March, when we kind of saw this really good bullish move breaking that 40 or even that 50 cents level. All right. This 50 cents was key. Look at this. 50 cents was originally the resistance for the whole of like 2021, all right? And we break that 50 cents and stayed above 50 cents. I think that's where there were definitely some signs of the uptrend forming. All right. And so far we have been, as I say, 50 to 60. We consolidated like 2 or 3 weeks, and then we break the 60 and we shift this to here again. All right. And then 2 weeks, and then we shift this up again. All right. And of course, now it's only like 1 week plus, but it might be a few weeks more or a few more days. But if we break that 80, then that's where potentially we might see it higher to like about 90 cents. Does it make sense? All right. So that is pretty much the range for this stock. It's like a 70 to 80, about 10 cents range each time. It consolidates about 2 to 3 weeks. But as we consolidate higher, we find a new support. And so far, this new support level, the higher support level, seems to be holding quite well as we hit higher. So it's good that we consolidate as we move up. As I said, we don't want it to just move up every single day, right? That's not what we want. In fact, it's healthy to see some consolidation just above that 70 cents for a while, right? So you might see a little bit of profit taking right here. I think let me just go to draw it for you. So you might see a bit of profit taking. So I think, in fact, as a client today, I think we covered it because I saw some good bullish move. In fact, there was this little bullish candle right here yesterday, something like a doji right at this support zone, and we kind of broke the high of this doji day. And yeah, that was where we kind of alerted clients to it by WhatsApp. There was a note that was sent out, I think about 725, and started to rebound already, all right? So we are back to this 80 cents. Today, it was quite a bullish candle, right? Quite a bullish candle. It closed at what? 795, right? Closed 795. So it's still below 80 cents, right? So as I say, this 80 cents is a resistance level. We definitely need to get above that level. We don't want to break that level. We want to, just break it and stay above it. And that's where we can move on to that next day. So we haven't done it yet, or you haven't done it. I'm not too sure whether you can do it tomorrow or next week, but right now it's normal that we are seeing selling near 80 cents. So if we can consolidate here, maybe a bit of profit taking might come back down again. And eventually, as I say, if we break that 80 cents, this is like what we saw, right? If we break the 80 cents, then potentially it's back to the next higher phase again, whereby we can shift this thing up, from that, 80 to that 90 cents. Does it make sense? All right. So that is pretty much the stock that I like to share with you guys. All right. And quite a good uptrending stock, as long as we're seeing oil prices, energy prices, coal prices still remaining high due to the, Russian-Ukraine war still not really resolving. That's where many of those stocks in the energy sector, the coal mining sector are still in play. This is pretty much a sector that's in play for this year, apart from the tech stock. All right, so that is for Golden Energy. How many of you have found some value? All right, how many of you have found some value in this Facebook live show? And I've come like showed you this last stock. And how many of you have found some value in this stock as well? Type value if you have found some value. All right, let me know. Type value in the chat if you have found some value and you're still here. Thank you so much. Type value in the chat. Okay, good. So yes, I believe, guys, I've shared with you this stock at the end as promised. All right, so thank you for staying all the way to the end. And I believe I've pretty much come to the end of this Facebook live show. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Kai Kumbre, value. Kenny, value. Thank you. Awesome. Alan, value. I'm glad they have gained some value. Alice, value. I found good value being your client. Thank you, Jimmy. Good to see you here as well. All right. And that great that you found some value here and it's a client as well. For, as I say, guys, for those of you who are not yet a client, you're just trading on your own blindly, no service, no broker, no ideas, no video, no training, no WhatsApp, nothing. Then you pretty much want to come on board as a client, all right? At least get some direction on some of those stocks that we are focusing on, that we are looking at as ourselves. At least you get some, direction. All right, that does it make sense? All right, so I hope that yeah, you have gained some value. All right, so thank you. All right, so thank you so much, guys. I pretty much come to the end. All right, so let me just go to place the link as well for those of you who want to find out a little bit more. I think we covered some stocks. We covered the system as well. So that is the link as well for those of you who want to find out a little bit more on like strategy behind. As I said, this whole session, guys, we just pretty much just dive into the stocks that you guys are asking about, and I just pretty much give you guys one stock at the end, right? So I didn't have time to explain the whole strategy and framework and how to do that, all the nitty-gritty little things, all right, and how it all puts together. But if you want to find out about that, go ahead to attend one of those free web classes that we're still running. All right, the link is right in the chat. Go ahead, click on that, attend one of those free web classes, learn a bit more, and that's where I think you have a better idea of how we do it and some of the systems that we have that kind of allows us to save time and do it systematically as well. All right, so thank you so much for being here, guys. Thank you so much. So I hope to see you guys here again. Thank you so much. Thank you, and I'll see you guys soon. Awesome. Value, Karen, good to see you here. Waylon, value, Michelle. So thank you so much, guys. I believe that my job here is done, and thank you so much for being here. I hope that you found some value, and I look forward to see you in the next Facebook live session. Go ahead to just go ahead to like hit the notification button so that whenever we go live, you will be notified as well. And of course, hit the like and share as well. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon in the next Facebook live session. Thank you so much. Bye. Bye-bye. Thank you. Thanks, Jolene. Good to see you here. Good night, Irene. Thanks for the time. Bye, Kenny. Bye, William. Thank you. I'll see you soon. Bye, Henry. Awesome. Bye.